right, friends. So I've got a little bit of a project going on here. So I thought I would film this process. I have an overabundance of base pages. A lot of base pages. I do have some printed photos. So I thought I would go through, I do this every once in a while, go through some base pages, take a look at what I have. I did pull out some printed photos here. They're in all of these envelopes. These envelopes, or folders, if you will, are ones that I can print at home. These are by Craft Some Joy. She's here on YouTube if you're ever interested in her channel. She has these printables. There's easy directions on her blog. You can probably just search them and you'll find them. Google them. They're great, I find, and I can reuse them over and over. I just write on them with pencil. All right, let's see. So I have those printed photos. The other thing I have is I also have a list of different layouts I want to complete, the number of photos. So I do have that handy here. Hold on, let me see. I see there's a second page. Oh, okay. So then I also have my most recent trip from this year, which was a long one. I don't think I'm going to do that quite yet. But what I want to do is I have the list here. I have the printed photos, and I can look at my lists and my photos and then go through these one by one. There are some in here that I don't even have page protectors for, and that's okay. But what I'm hoping is, let me just zoom out a little bit. Well, not that much farther. I can go through these and hopefully match some up to printed photos or to ones that need to be completed. All right. So you're going to come along with me for, let's see, I'll just show you, I'll try to show you, hopefully I will find pairs, like fingers crossed, that I can pair some up, because it's been a while since I've done this. So let's get to work here, and hopefully I can at least show you what that looks like. All right, guys, so I have made my selections. I just showed them in the previous clip. One of the things, or I've matched up my photos. This one I have to print the photos for. But one of the things that I do to help myself when I make these base pages, particularly if they were made with kits or certain collections, is that I can then go into, I know which one it is from September 2024. The things, the rest of the collection with the embellishments that I keep kind of separate, I also label with the same thing. So let me go grab that. Let me show you. Okay, it took me a minute to find it, but this is essentially, this is the rest of the collection that I can pull from to be able to finish that layout. And then I can do that for each of them. This is going to make summer scrapbooking, at least, sorry for the glare, it's going to make it go hopefully a lot faster, right? That's what we want. Summer, you want to be, some of us want to be outside. Some of us just don't want to have to think too much or don't have that much time, even regardless of what season it is. But each of them have something related to that. Now, this one, this is a craft collection, but I'm going to try to pull in colors. And if I have to, because this is going to document a vacation photo, I'm going to pull in obviously what is relevant, but I'm going to go to my stash too to get some additional embellishments if I don't find stuff that quite fits. So that's fine. This one is a, it's the same thing. This is another, this is Simple Stories, Acorn Lane. So I'm going to be documenting a fall photo. And that one I do know I have handy here. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and pull that one. Same thing here. See, it's ready to go. It's got its little label. It's just on the wrong side. Right here, Acorn Lane, Simple Stories. And we've got the little cheater sheet right there. So I keep these separate because I know that I have base pages to finish off with them. And I don't want to use up all of the embellishments without finishing up my base pages. Does that make sense? All right, this one I'm gonna have to go find because I'm not sure. I know it's somewhere, but I'm not quite sure where. This one I know for sure it was a this was a 6x6 paper pad. Sorry, you're seeing the glare on the photos. Here you'll get a little twist of the collection, but it was 6x6. Okay, so here's what I did. I ended up doing, see, I make a note. These are base pages. This is a bunch of different collections together, but the remnants of that other collection, 6x6 paper pad, are here. I think, I don't know. I want to say 6x6, but this looks like a long piece of paper. Well, the scraps that I have, no, I glued it on. Look at that. I glued it on this other. It was a 6x6 paper pad. So I have winter embellishments to go with winter layout. And on and on. So I'm going to do the same for the, what is it, 2 remaining layouts that I have. And then hopefully if I finish one before this video goes up, I can show you kind of a before and an after of what it looks like. All right, guys, so here I just have completed the first of a bunch of probably, hopefully, base pages that I will work on during these next few weeks. But I wanted to show you how that very simple, this is, again, this was a 6x6 paper pad, and I just took some sheets from it, cut some strips, and kind of just made this circle. And because it was going unused, it was just sitting in a pile of other 6x6 papers, and I was able to use them to create this base page, which I then took to create this layout. So I hope that this has motivated you to take a look. If you do have some base pages lying around, you don't need to have full collections to play with base pages. If you do, it's great. It makes it that much simpler. But all of these embellishments, I had no collection. All I had were papers. So this was when I went into my own stash and just pulled different things that I thought would work, that I liked, that were pleasing to me. And so I've made a cluster up here, and so that it takes your eye kind of down here to this corner and down here in a diagonal pattern. Not really deliberate, it's just what really was pleasing to my eye. And then I did the finishing touches here. I had no dimensional embellishments, and so I did make some of those pop up with just some foam dots, and added some enamel dots and some sequins to each of the clusters. So I hope you've enjoyed that and that this motivates you. I think this is what's going to get me through the summer, because summer, you know, I have like pockets of time here and there. There's a lot going on, but I still want to play and I still want to work on stuff. So I think this is good for right now, and I will come back and hopefully do, if I work on any additional ones, I'll pop in to just show you what that looks like, and get some play. I was able to reorganize my base pages because they were a little bit messy, and now they're more organized like in seasons, so that will work much better for me, and I can continue to create them. But these have been sitting in there. These winter ones, the one I think I'm going to work on next, have been sitting in there for a while, and so I wanted to make sure to get them used up. So I hope you'll come back and you'll join me again for another series with more base pages. Until next time, bye for now.